Due to the nature of building a custom computer, you may find compatibility issues with the following parts list. Today I'm here with my next computer build video, this time at the $1,400 price point. At this price, you'll be getting a solid computer for doing almost anything. However, do keep in mind that unlike previous builds, I built this computer to my specific needs, so you may want to make some changes depending on what you plan on doing with the computer. To begin with, we have the Intel Core i7-2600K CPU. As one of the top of the line enthusiast CPUs available right now, this makes a fantastic starting point for our build. It features 4 physical cores with hyperthreading, clocked at 3.4 GHz stock, and can be overclocked very easily. My build is at 4 GHz, but nothing at all is stopping you from going much higher. This will run you $315. To help us get a nice overclock, we will be using the Cooler Master Hyper 212 Plus CPU cooler. With a 120mm fan that comes with it and an optional second fan for push-pull airflow on the massive heatsink, this keeps the CPU nice and cool for $40. For a motherboard, I chose the Gigabyte Z68X UD3P. As one of the new Z68 boards, you'll find some new features, including support for SSD caching, dual BIOS, plenty of SATA 3 and USB 3 connections, and Gigabyte's very solid build quality. With support for both Crossfire and SLI graphics configurations, this will run you $170. Moving on to the graphics card, I chose an Asus Radeon 6850. While you absolutely could go for something with a bit more punch, like a 6950 or 6970, here I found that the 6850 can handle most games available today, such as StarCraft 2, Battlefield Bad Company 2, and Just Cause 2 maxed out at 1080p without a problem. With full support for DirectX 11, a pair of DVI ports along with display and HDMI, and a reasonable price of $150 after rebate, this is a solid card. For memory, we'll be using 8GB of Corsair Vengeance RAM. Running in dual channel, this memory is clocked at 1600 MHz, which is about the sweet spot for RAM on the Sandy Bridge platform. The only downside to this memory is that the heatsinks are rather large, making it very difficult to mount a second fan to the CPU cooler. Other than that, this is solid for $85. Storage is more than taken care of by an OCZ Vertex 3 120GB solid-state drive. As one of the best current solid-state drives for enthusiasts, you'll find stellar read and write speeds across the board with this, letting Windows boot in around 10 seconds and even memory-hungry applications such as Photoshop load extremely quickly. At $270 currently, this will do a lot to keep your computer speedy. Since 120GB really isn't enough for most people, we'll be using a Hitachi 2TB hard drive to supplement the solid-state drive. Even though you should mainly use this for documents, music, and videos, you'll find that it's really quite fast in its own right for $80. While a DVD burner certainly isn't necessary these days, on a build like this there's no reason not to include one. For $21, a Lifeon drive will do just fine. For the case, I chose the Cooler Master HAF 912. While certainly not an expensive case by any means, it offers a lot of solid features, including plenty of room for installing additional fans, easy access to the dust filters for cleaning, an expansive interior for lots of hard drives, graphics cards, as well as a cage for installing a pair of 2.5-inch hard drives on the bottom of the case. If you have to have LEDs and huge windows, by all means pick a different case, but if you want to have something that still looks good but is quite a bit more understated, I highly recommend the HAF 912 for $50 after rebate. With a higher end build like this, you don't want to skimp on the power supply, so today we'll be using the Corsair TX750. Corsair typically makes very high quality power supplies, and with the TX750 you will get 750 watts of power for a reasonable price, allowing you to overclock, add extra hard drives, or even upgrade or add additional graphics cards without needing to worry about power issues for $100. Lastly, we have a System Builder's copy of Windows 7 Home Premium. Of course, if you like, you could install Linux or a copy of Windows you already have, but otherwise this will run you $90. So how much damage did we do? As of June 15th, 2011 on Newegg.com, the entire parts list will run you $1,390.88 after all rebates. For the price, you'll be getting a fantastic computer for gaming, video editing, and just about anything else you need to do. After using this computer for the past few weeks, I've got to say I'm very pleased with just about everything about it, but of course feel free to customize it to your own liking. If you found this video helpful, be sure to click the subscribe button up above to be notified with all of my new content.